Don't forget to subscribe, add your comments, and share your memories. If you have any old VHS tapes or even DVD to dispose, let me know. Drop me an email on seaeagle666@gmail.com.
Jarvis. Guida. Typical run from Guida. Look out, fellas. Walsh gives the pass to Burgess. Straight up the middle. Big hole. Here's a chance for feet over his head to Funnell. Funnell back into the throng. 10 from the line. No scorers yet. Jarvis is there. Back to Haddock. Gives it to Guida. Quick ball. Dropped by O'Connor. And it'll be a knock-on.
Well, this was brought about by O'Connor being far too much forward. But a good run by Guida. As you see, O'Connor not running under the wall.
Here's a switch. Linane's pass. O'Connor slips. Jarvis. Guida with Walsh. That's Selby. Linane. Johnston chasing. And Walford. Look at Walford. He'll get there and score. Nice play by St George. A little bit of innovation. Using the old noodle. Putting it behind the defence. And Walford had the pace to Hastings, Hall. Gilmeister switches it to Melrose. And Guida tackles again. Simpkins. Someone goes straight. There's Prome with Chalice. Chalice, good ball on the inside. Nice run, Chalice. That's Hall. He's looking for support over here. Still a big chance for East. He did have support out there if he could have unloaded. Patterson. He's lost it. And a chance for East goes begging. Back comes St George through Fafita. Well, Hall had support out there. He went looking for them.
He certainly did, Jim. He bombed that try. And that's the best way to frustrate your teammates. He had a two-man overlap there.
Funnell. Selby. Last tackle. Funnell. And this time he finds the line. His last few kicks gone straight to Gary Worth. Scrum screws. East get it. That's Hall. Prome. Straightening it well. Gary Worth. Exciting runner. Had one great day this year. He scored 3 tries in the first 15 minutes of a match against Norths. That's Hall's ball. Out wide to Prome. Back to Melrose. Now he's looking to link. Gets it away to Tasman. Simpkins. East, hot potato ball here. Kevin Hastings. 20 metres out. Now if they break the line this time, will they finish it? Hastings. Oh, goodness gracious. They've lost a good 25 metres. Back to Worth. All the good work comes to nothing on that play.
They've only themselves to blame. Eastern Suburbs, they've had plenty of opportunities to get that first try.
That's Melrose. No one wants it. East have got it. This is Tasman. Look at this. He's close to scoring. Tried to slip the ball, knowing it was the last tackle. and St George have come up with it. Well, almost from nothing. They're all standing around looking at the bomb. Tessman pulled a try off.
They were caught napping once again, St George, and Lady Luck is shining on them.
That's Jarvis.
But that old saying in rugby league, Jim, you've got to take your chances. St George have had one, and they've got the 4 points on the board.
Yes, St George defence twice there. Concentration falling away. Just sitting back, waiting for them. It's been the story of their year. Chris Johns on the last tackle for St George. Funnels waiting. Chalice on the chase, and it beats him into touch. So the last 2 kicks from Funnel have bounced the right way for him. Look at this one.
Well, he's learned his lesson well. Funnel, the first 2 kicks of the game, right down the throat of the fullback Worth.
Johnson's ball to Burgess. Burgess fends off 1 or 2, and it's French who covers up. Haddock. Fafita missed it. Guida recovers. Jarvis. Concentrate, fellas. It's Burgess. O'Connor's got it. Now Wolford. Step on the gas. Johnstone to the corner. Chalice in cover. It's come from the other side of the field. Haddock, Linane. Lost it. Simpkins has stolen it from Linane. Melrose. They had plenty of time to think about what they were going to do. Gilmeister. It's Batiste. Simpkins. Tessman's ball to Hall. Now to Chalice. Prome. Keeping it going. Support. Chalice again. Simpkins. Here's the last tackle for Easts. Melrose. Gilmeister. Keep giving it. And it broke down in the end. Last tackle with that handover. Was kicked away, but Guida, after St George managed to secure it. Now Jarvis. And Selby. Haddock, Linane. Another little kick. And Worth knocks it on.
This was an awkward kick. Good kick by Linane. Worth made a bit of a meal of this one. Took his eye off the ball. Very rare you see that from this fella this season. He's a top year for the Roosters.
It's Guida. Selby up the middle. Good burst. Support. Linane's pass to O'Connor. Beautiful step by O'Connor. Linane backs up. Johnston loses it. And St George get it back somehow. They were a bit lucky there. They knocked it on. But East have handed it back. Haddock caught there. Simpkins was miles offside. That's Guida. He forces the pass, and it's a knock on.
Well, Simpkins must have been 4 or 5 yards offside, Jim. Not even Jesse Owens could have got there that quick.
They're standing deep. Linane. And a pass. Thank you. O'Connor scores under the posts. That was a very good St George try. Simple from the scrum. Room to move, and Hall now to Prome. Here comes Gary Worth. Look out! Hit the accelerator. Give the ball, and French scores. Oh, from a scrum. Again, room to move. Classic backline try with the fullback coming in to make the extra man.
And Arthur...
It's Tessman. And they've been well supported in the second row by hooker Simpkins, who dished it up for Hastings. Now it's Gilmister trying to step. Hastings dishing it up. It's Batiste who puts up the kick out on the full. We're moving up to half-time.
Well, he must be relieved, Coach Arthur Beetson, as I said before, Jim. There they go off for the Lemons at half-time. And they fully deserve it. St George, they took their chances. That's what football's all about, Jim. 2 chances came their way, and they scored twice.
Gilmister, Hall. And here Barry Barnes' call there, held. Hastings. But he lost it. So a chance for St. Cyr. Look at O'Connor. O'Connor, good ball for Linane. Another pass, but he's given it to Simpkins. It was all on there. After Hastings lost it, the try was on. And that's a terrible pass. Cleaned up by Hall.
Full credit to the hooker, though. He's obviously called for the ball. Certainly try time. A good play by O'Connor.
Harvey. Simpkins passed it to himself, now to Hastings. Good range finder from Little Horry. Back to the quarter line is Burgess. Brendan Hall, nice and low. Johns. So St George still 6 points clear, 8 minutes into the second half. Jarvis, how do you rate his game so far?
I think he's been very quiet indeed.
It's Funnel. Fafita. Johnson went flying through, but he didn't get the ball he wanted. Last tackle for St George. Linane. It's a touch finder. But Jarvis doesn't seem to be playing with quite the same fire as I can recall early last year when he was up in the high spots.
It seems to have completely disappeared this season.
Hastings. That's Harvey. Going like the clappers and grabbed by Selby. Tessman. Hastings along the touchline. A beauty. Yep. Well, Eastern Suburbs in a couple of moves leading up to this kick were going flat out at the ball. Tremendous determination.
Certainly was. They really want to get back into this game. They realise that there's only 6 points adrift.
Well, he'd have to penalise that if he's a couple of times today penalised speeds like that. He's got to be consistent. If he starts letting them go now, they'll start hollering from the sidelines. Their supporters will. Right, chance for East. It's Simpkins. Harvey. Working for position in front of the posts.
It looks as though they're going to work for this blind that brought them 2 tries against Manly.
Gilmister sees a bit of a hole. Held up. Well, the St George players race to the blind. There's Hastings with Melrose. They've used up 4 tackles. Hastings ball. Hall missed it. Now a chance for St George. Worth was in the line. French is back there. He loses it. Look out. Here goes Johnston with Walford. Walford's got the ball. Pass it if you can. A quick play will do. 5 out. You must give a penalty. Chalice was all over him. Playing the advantage. It's Funnell. St George still a hope. Funnell almost squeezed through them to score. Haddock. Wrapped up by Hastings. St George turning it around when Hall dropped the ball. Lenane, they may have missed their chance. Right in front of the post, still a show. And the kick goes straight to Prome.
Well, there you saw Connor not keeping his eye on the play of the ball. He was on the blind side. They had the overlap. And once again, another wasted opportunity. You got to feel sorry for this Brendan Hall. He's not having the best of games, the youngster.
It's Hall giving it to Melrose. Hastings. Now Burgess. For Peter. Back to Selby. Lenane, watch the ball. Tessman steals it. Melrose. Little flick to Harvey. Simpkins. Straight through. Shocking tackle by Funnell, and he comes back to get him. Funnell missed him badly the first time, and then covered up. Still a show for Easts. Gilmister. And now he's given it to Hall, maybe too late. He had support. A knock on. Interesting sequence of play.
Certainly was. Simpkins having a very good game, Jim. Makes the break, and then they squander it again. 32 handling errors in the game, and look at that.
That'll be a penalty. It's against him. What you can do under one ref one week, you can't do under another bloke next week. There it goes. You watch it. Now, I tell you, you can watch 10 games of rugby league, and the halfbacks on both sides will be allowed to do that. But today, no.
You're trying to tell me something different, Jim?
I'm just getting the hookers off the list. There's Worth. Gilmister. Six points adrift, Eastern Suburbs. There's Hastings with a little chip ahead. Burgess, look out, chance, and they score! Oh, Burgess has come up with an error. What an error, and Chalice has had an early Christmas present.
Well, I said the kick would do it. You can't really blame him.
Burgess had the ball.
A good kick into that open space. Maybe he took his eye off the ball with a St George player coming to him. And you won't get any softer than that.
Melrose on the angle. This to level the scores. He's kicked it. 10-all, folks. Just under 15 minutes to go. Stay near your television set. It could be down to another field goal match to finish off this game today. East, of course, got 1.5 start on footy tab. And if we get a draw to start the weekend, it'll be another Mozza dividend tomorrow or Monday. The kickoff eludes Wayne Chalice. Unbelievable. Have a look at this. Look at this.
1 second glory. The next second, you can look a fool.
Tight head to St George. O'Connor's there. Burgess. Well, that was a shock. Graham Wynn. Guider through. A metre short. Tackled by Gary Worth. It's Wynn stumbling at the line. He's played it forward. Has he scored the try? Yes! Graham Wynn has scored the try. There were chooks lying all over the ground and he went straight through the yard to score.
Well, they were all plucked there.
Lennane with Haddock. O'Connor. Back to the blind. Jarvis. Guider. It's Johnston. Now Haddock. Jarvis feeds it. O'Connor for the field goal. And he's kicked it. That was cool, wasn't it? It came out of nothing, really. Well, you couldn't say that was a planned move, but it's ended up in a one-pointer, very coolly hit by O'Connor. So that should really seal it. East need to score almost immediately to win it. Got to score twice to get in front. That's Johns.
Don't expect anything fancy from the Dragons now.
See how Johns gets up from that reception. 3 players hustling him.
I think you'll find a few more players find that last 5-minute injury.
Selby. Haddock. Off he goes, Perry Haddock. They're all over Lennane behind. Look at Wynn. Wynn charging ahead. I don't think they're getting him. He's going to score under the post here. Wynn is caught, but scores. So St George finished with a flourish. That break coming from Perry Haddock. And Graham Wynn, who came on as a replacement, has scored 2 tries. Points. The difference on the board. But East came within an ace there when they got to 10 all of winning.